gangbanger is okay, because that shit's lame for real. That's okay. I claim both of them. This that East Side blood gang going Crip, East Side Crip gang on blood. You hear me? You tell them niggas, Steve, fuck that. And I put that on your braids, nigga. Oh my mom. Y'all ready?
We ready. Hold on. I just gotta get my thoughts together real quick.
Mine are always because I said I wasn't gonna drink that much, but tonight,
Lord,
my sister.
Anyways, we're back with another week of All Things Considered.
Woo, woo.
Where what matters to you matters to us, and y'all see how I practice that. I got it right today.
Okay, what was that?
I got it right.
Hold on, what did you say?
Where what matters to you matters to us.
Where it matters to you matters to us, bitch.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, that's all that motherfucking matters, bitch.
And so tonight is not going to be PG-13 like it normally is.
Why would it ever be? We don't fucking need... Listen, man. The world is already uptight. It's time to laugh. It's time...
Oh, the world. Go ahead. Go ahead. This I quote you said. No, I said the world is not uptight. I agree. I said amen. You didn't hear me.
It's a lot of tightness in the world.
Yes.
It's a lot of tightness. You should see it when it's hard for one of these to get in there. All right,
not PG-13. So, like I said, it's not going to be a PG-13 night.
Yes.
So if the kids is watching, tell them don't watch it. Okay. So we have a special guest tonight.
Who is it?
We're gonna get there. Hold on a second. Oh. But first,
she forgot who she was working with.
But first, I want y'all to go tune in on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
Buzzsprout, iHeart, Google. Yes.
What else? Spotify.
Yes, Spotify. Brianna has advertised us. Yes.
Yeah.
And we are pimping on Apple.
Let's go.
We about to get on Apple.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are waiting for them to approve us. So we need all of you. Tell your friends, tell your mamas, tell your baby daddies, tell your enemies.
Hey, call my baby mom. Tell that nigga to, hey, call Antoine Holloway.
You want to know what's funny?
What's up?
Oh, I'm not going to say this on camera. What's your baby mom? So you over? I see him.
Cause yeah.
When we was at the bar.
And what happened?
Okay.
I said that.
So what happened?
I was confused.
Okay. He was there. He was there.
Introduce the guest so I can log off live. Introduce the guest so I can log off live.
Oh, okay, we are being messy.
We being messy.
I'm gonna log off live.
Okay. So we're going to introduce our guests. I don't know which one to introduce because we got two guests. Two guests for the price of one.
Introduce both.
Yeah.
I'm going to let her introduce herself right now.
What's up, Columbus? I am on the All Things Considered podcast. This is Mahogany, bitch. Cause yeah. And then what you'll see is the Mayor Cop City come.
So there we go. We got Mahogany right now.
And then y'all gonna see the waves that make these bitches pussy wet. You heard me? I'll see y'all later. Peace. All things considered.
Why?
Okay. Let me say this real quick live. Let me say this before we go live. Before we end it live. Hey Wayne, how you doing?
I know I'm about to get high.
So remember, when you go on YouTube, we have a lot of amazing things coming up in 2023.
Yes.
So people need to pay attention. And we're on Facebook.
Yes, I said Facebook.
Thank you.
I said it all.
Oh.
Hey Steve,
I don't know
all
why I
things
did that.
considered, my nigga.
Thank you. We got a lot of things coming up in 2023. Pay attention. All right? We got to go. You'll catch this.
January 6th, 2023.
Yeah. First.
That's when it's going to air.
Yeah. Works for me.
Works for me. And she didn't even realize the date was on the flyer. She was like, where's the date at?
I said 1.6.
Yeah, she had a blog
moment.
moment.
What's that date? And she was like, oh, that's the day it's going to air.
Yeah, that's the air date. So, we.
Because you.
So, again, follow us on all of our platforms. We're trying to grow and build, this amazing podcast. And we are growing. We're growing rapidly in my eyes.
Yes, people are talking about it.
Tonight we are going to just freestyle this conversation.
All day.
Because we got a comedian over here, and I don't know where it's going to go. Because y'all see,
We still gotta talk about the show's topic.
That might me of.
You know what? Do they want to challenge? Let's not talk about sex just because the dicks are here.
I think y'all been talking about sex all night.
Michelle's kind of uncomfortable talking about sex. Maybe we should. What's going on? Ain't nobody bust her down lately? Like, what's going on? Michelle, what's up, bro? What's up?
Why are you picking on me?
I'm feeling this energy, you know what I mean? I'm feeling like somebody need to butter dust off that motherfucker. So.
All right, first of all,
all right,
our topic was supposed to be
I'm trying to tell it to you as
Mahogany. Our topic is living in your truth.
Right. I don't think that topic's gonna work today. It ain't gonna work today.
Why can I just have my time?
It's not.
It's okay, Michelle.
Okay, I get
We're gonna turn this conversation into living your truth.
No, we are gonna live in our truth.
She living in her truth.
I live in my truth.
This is who she is.
And so what it is Mahogany is a character that plays off of the Mayor Cop City. Something like when you see on Martin and you see Shanae and you see all the other alter egos of the comedian. So my truth is I'm a stud and I live my life as a man. And I've been living my life as a man for 20 years. I sneak dick, had a baby. You know what I mean? Now, 20 years ago, and this pussy sitting tight right in the cherries is back, you know? And I'm just now losing the baby weight that I had gained when I took this risk in life and had a fucking kid. Now the nigga 20, and he's still in my fucking house.
He still live with you.
Next subject.
I said that like that was a bad thing.
I still live with you.
Where we supposed to go?
So what made you have that sexual encounter?
Yes.
What's I was going to ask, but that's where
I was going to ask.
You know.
Oh no, this is what matters to you.
No, this is all things considered, honey.
So that matters to you? Y'all ready?
Yes.
Put your hands together. Cause that nigga took it.
I'll put my head down.
That nigga took it.
Was you drunk or high?
That nigga took it. He a real man. He just strong-armed me and took it.
Lies.
Are you serious?
Lies.
No.
That was a lie. That was a lie.
Cause
I knew that was a lie. I was like, why y'all see who we looking at? Lies.
Like, what the fuck is the statute of limitations? For real.
That was a lie.
But there ain't no statute of limitation on child support, nigga, and we going to Judge Mathis. You can bet I need my arrearages, nigga.
I need to go with you.
On the homies, you know. I don't know. All right, so at that time in my life, I was like 20. And I had already been fucking a lot of bitches and shit. And back in the day, they had this gym arena on the back of Fifth Avenue called The Hoop.
Yeah,
and I met Twan there. And we was just cool, you know what I mean, dude? But he was like weird kind of.
Was you how you are
now? I'm a nigga. I'm a nigga at the time. That's why people couldn't understand it. Because I was like one of the most popular studs in the city at the time.
Okay.
I mean, I still am. I'm just saying, I'm that nigga. Anyway, he used to just always, like, he was cool. Like back in the day, I used to be in the street, so I would be playing basketball, going to high school, going to Portsmouth, doing whatever I needed to do. And then he had a car. So when we used to go steal shoes out of like Foot Locker and shit, like we used to go to Northland Mall and we would go in there like, let me get a size 8. And then when they brought them, we just run out. And he'd be out there like, man, do I really like you, man? I really like you. I feel like I'm the first nigga broke my baby mom's heart. You know what I mean? Because the nigga, for real. I don't even want to talk about the nigga too much.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Hurt his feelings.
But I ain't gonna hurt his feelings. His feelings been hurt.
Yeah, that first heartbreak for a man is something.
I really think that because he was the type of nigga that wanted to convert. He always said like, man, why you want to be with women and all that stuff. And the time that we actually slept together was the time I conceived my son. And it was just more like, I don't even know. It was like my nephew passed away. It was like right after the repast of my nephew's funeral. And I just think
were you just curious?
I wasn't curious.
You weren't?
I knew I wasn't fucking missing nothing.
I mean,
nah.
If you strong one, you date. You like women. You date women.
It's no curiosity because for real, I just think he caught me in a. But he was already pressing the issue.
Okay.
And all my friends used to be like, "Man, leave her alone."
I don't like that about me.
But he still was. I mean, I ain't gonna take nothing away. Y'all can tell living in the videos, he's real like mild mannered. He's not a hard guy to get along with. I mean, says the fact that he got 19 kids. Yeah, I was definitely dead serious.
Oh, he has a zip code.
Yeah, my nigga got.
He has a
They
county. He has a
gave him
county. So he's not in Franklin County, Fairfield County, Cuyahoga, none of that.
Listen,
He
man,
has a county.
Listen, man, the nigga got kids all over the world. All right.
So what?
Hold on.
Yours?
Which one is he? I
Remember.
believe he's like maybe 8 or 9.
Oh wow.
So
How does he feel about the way you talked about him on social media?
listen, just the same way y'all see him on the video, he's real. He's like one of them guys. He really don't let. He not gay, so he don't let none of that bother him. So he's not like the type of man that get offended easily.
Yeah, that's good.
He just.
He's
He's
secure.
secure.
I don't know.
He's
No, he's secure, but I just don't know what type of man he really is because it's like you still got to stand for something.
True.
Like I
agree.
don't just call the nigga my baby mom for no reason. Like people know, if you know the history, we used to beef all the time. I was that baby mom who posted the nigga in his Superman shirts like this nigga's a deadbeat. You know what I mean? But that was the young Mandy. You know what I mean? That was young Mandy. As a woman, like there was just an incident where he got married and he did not invite my son. And my son was pissed.
Oh, that would hurt.
Man, my son
That's
was
traumatizing.
pissed. But I never seen that in my son until that moment.
Oh,
Because
that's
my son is like,
traumatizing.
boy. No, I
Yeah.
don't care what the nigga. Normally, it's if, you know, did your dad reach out to you? No, I don't care, mom. It's good. I got you. I got you.
Too.
But this one, when
That's a cover up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
so-
definitely is a cover up.
we just gotta be real aware of what we really
True.
expose our kids to, because the fakeness,
Yeah.
like all right, this is what I want to say, because I've been wanting to say this about the videos. The video's been out since 2016. Those are moments. Prior to 2016, we did not, and Ariane did not have a relationship with Twan at all.
Oh, wow.
It just so happened I got in a situation where I had lost my job and he was managing at like an internet cafe. He's like, I'm gonna give you some hours. And it just worked out. So he was always there, I was always there. So I'm like, man, let me see what this could turn into. And it just took off.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then I brought my mom in. And she even more retarded than me, Antoine,
Mom's
and my
funny.
dad. So it's like, it just worked out after a while. You know what I mean? So then you bring in all the other characters. Then I can sit here and be like, cause yeah, bitch, hey. Hey, girl, hey.
Do
And
you
people-
feel like dealing with that situation with the guy, you feel like it mentally changed you in some way? Like mentally, because you had to deal with him not being a father to your child and you guys not having no relationship.
No, because you want to know something? I come from Greenbrier. I don't know if anybody here know where that is, but that was the hardest project in Columbus, Ohio. Where y'all see Afrocentric used to be ran down, drug infested, killings every day. So I was already built for it. Tough. In my mind, there was never nothing a man could do for me that I couldn't do for myself. I was raised by a pimp and a drug dealer. My stepfather was the biggest drug dealer in Columbus, Ohio. So when you raised that way, you see a good life and a bad life. Because when your dad is a drug addict, the pimp was a drug addict. My dad was the originator of the Uber. They was just called geek rentals at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember that.
I'm just being real. I'm just being
No,
real.
for real.
Yes.
And you know, it's hard as a kid when you living with your mom and we got bread over there and she got vets and shit in the garage, and then there was a drug bust there, and then you got to go live in Greenbrier with your dad for a while. You know what I mean? And so it shapes you as shit. People can be removed out your life at any given time, because my dad really wasn't the type that he would come check on us, but once my mom had put that barrier up, like I'm over here and we living good like this, it was like, oh, we ain't allowed to see our dad no more for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it didn't shake me. Like nothing with the Antoine said. Look, this is what I'm
That's so
thankful.
hurtful, though.
Yeah.
This is what I'm thankful for. Me and Antoine have been able to maintain a healthy friendship for Ariane as long as it was possible.
Yeah.
Now that Ariane is grown, that's not my place.
Yeah, y'all need to.
That's not my place. But I will say, with the stuff that's been going on, you know your kids.
Yeah.
And you know when they need that extra thing. And if I reach out to you, not as none of this comedy shit, but just as a parent, as a mom, as your child's
Yes.
mother,
Yeah.
and you can't respond, that tell me everything I need to know.
Yeah.
So, bitch, we going on Judge Matt. I want my motherfucking money.
So
Nigga.
for me, I feel like it's still important, because one thing that me and my youngest daughter's mother says is that we're like connected for life, and she's married.
Mhm.
She has her husband, she loves him, thank the Lord. and but we co-parent, right. And we say we keep our ecosystem healthy because even if Brielle is 25 and she needs her parents, she knows that we can come together as a healthy unit, right, to come to her aid, because that's important. And a lot of children in our community lack that. Exactly. So no matter what our differences may be as parents, she knows that we can come together as healthy co-parents. And a lot of children need that in our community, and they don't have that. Like, we don't have to agree or like each other's personal decisions. That ain't none of our damn business. Right. Like, what you do in your home or what I do in my home is not our business. When it comes to our child, our daughter knows that we will come together as a healthy co-parenting unit to meet whatever need needs to be met. She knows we're coming as a team.
But that take two competent.
Exactly, it really does. And see, with her, I have that.
He ain't.
Yeah, and so it's funny because in some counseling sessions, I tell some family units, I'll tell a parent, there are some parents don't like me, but I tell them I'm not your average therapist. I will fight. So one parent I will, tell you guys to let this go because you're dealing with an ignorant ass bastard, and they think I know since they need a check and the Social Security office owes them back pay, so you gotta let them go. And I've dealt with that, like with one of my children's parents. Like, I dealt with not having a healthy relationship, and it was okay, and I had to release that.
But how can you have a healthy relationship? See, you got to change the dynamic too, because everybody different. Yeah, we talking about a man who actively has 19-something kids by 17
but I'm saying, and she wasn't, as a child, as a mother, she wasn't that active. So for me, like my oldest daughter, I have full custody of her, and the mother wasn't real active. So then I had to have a conversation with my daughter.
That's what I was about to ask. Yeah. How do we, because the same situation. How do we, is it more harmful to try and push, our sons to, be have some type of care for their fathers? Or should we say, because your father is not in your life, let me help you heal and let that situation
help them heal. I say help, and let me tell you why I say help them heal. Is because even as adults, we don't want to be forced into a relationship. Children grow up. So, like, for example, for me with Brianna, when Brianna was in high school, and her mother lived in another city. So, like, the course was like, she got it, every month she goes to her mother on a certain weekend. But then Brianna's like, Dad, my friend is having this, or I have this going on. Yeah. Her shit was here in Columbus. So then, of course, everybody knows, like, I go to my grandmother. My grandmother like, don't make her go. Like, you got to talk to her, and etc. So I was like, Brianna, you need to have that relationship. Then after a while, I was like, I'm not about to force this shit. It's a headache for me. Yeah. So I'm not about to force this shit because, I bury bodies. So I ain't about to force this shit. I got this shit to do.
So do you feel like it was up to the mom to have that relationship?
Yes. If you want it, you need to work harder than I need to work. Yeah. Because she's already with me. Right. You need to work harder. So I got Brianna help. So Brianna went to counseling because I felt like that was important. Even if she felt like she didn't need it, I just wanted that as extra cushion. Right. And so she went through counseling, and then I let her live her life. And I thank God she had a healthy life, but I made sure that the dynamics was healthy. And then I had other women like Brandy, my sister, like Precious, who was in her life, like Brielle's mom, Trisha was in her life, my grandmother, Mommy was in her life, my other sister. So I had other women that was in her life here that she could go to and confide in, and then she had me as well. So she had that healthy ecosystem, so she really wasn't lacking. Yeah. Because reality is, even when I hear parents, whether it's a mother or father, when I hear them talk about they gonna do what they can do when they can do it, a child needs never stop. So how you just gonna pay child support when you can pay? Exactly. It's like, what? I be wanting to call them a bitch so bad, like male or female. Like that. What? The need never stops.
Like, so is his license suspended?
And my son's dad is so lucky I'm not that type of baby mom. Because for me, it's like
you don't let people off.
No, it ain't about letting
let you off.
It ain't about letting him off. I truly believe in karma, and the life he living ain't a good one. So regardless if my son living a good life with his mother, because I'm his mom and his dad. So whether you're there or not, I don't feel like me trying to force the courts and all that to hold you responsible.
Shit, we going to judge Mathis.
But if you ain't there, you ain't there.
I was like,
I know a crackhead when I see a crackhead. That's when we the fuck gonna be.
Mayor Kyle is going.
Cause no nigga out here that nuts in a woman. I can't nut in a woman.
Or a woman.
You know this. Hey,
let's not make it about women.
Hey, let me tell you,
women are not there for their
children. Cause listen, cause I get offended when I just hear this talk about the men. I'm like, wait a minute.
No, there is women, but
I know I have a lot of women that stands in that position, and then you get some who's in denial, and then you got therapists like me that got to come along and say, no, you're not healed, you're pissed off.
But I wonder if me, because I'm gonna admit two things. I don't have that connection with men. I don't like men in a way of intimacy. I don't think about men intimate. It's been 20 years since I've been penetrated, all that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I don't think like that.
That's okay.
But the other thing is, I do believe as a single mother raising a young man, you could be your son's first heartbreak as his mother.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Because you have to be so firm. You have to be so firm with these niggas, man. And so I know I've said some things that may have hurt my son's spirit. So, and it's hard to regain that in them. But now that he's grown, I'm just like, man, he had the best of everything and still chose to make decisions that would land him in trouble.
Yeah.
And what we have to understand in family dynamics is words matter. And one thing I try not to do, even not with my children, just in relationships as a whole, whether with my siblings, whether it's in a relationship, is I try not to speak from a place of anger. Because we can apologize.
It's hard.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Right. Shut your punk ass up, right? You know what? Hey, Mahogany's going. Mahogany's going. Here comes the mayor, goddamn.
It's hard if you don't put it in practice. But it keeps you in. If you do not put it in practice to make sure not to speak from a place of anger.
Nigga, you sidetracked me, nigga. Put what in, nigga? Wait, why can't you say the studs?
I ain't talking about, no, it's all right.
Ooh, shit.
No, I get what you're saying.
TikTok, who would they be fine?
Who the studs?
Oh Lord, here we
Jesse,
go.
a fucking listen.
See how it switches.
This name
almost crashed.
Hey, this nigga on my
I'm sorry. Listen, because there's this one on TikTok. I like, you better quit playing with me.
Listen, Jesse, please don't let no stud pipe you, man. Please don't. Really, Jesse, because we local. We local, Jesse.
Wait, but hold on. We just switched the whole subject. But it's men paying studs to.
I'm not
oh no, the one nigga's name is Big Belly God. He said, "Man, I want you to fuck me." He said,
"They're paying."
He said, "Here goes some clips of me taking strap." I said, "Nigga,
y'all not nobody."
Block, nigga, what? Nigga, what happened, nigga? I'm a man.
She said, "I'm a man."
It's kind of sick. We just went totally left. We was talking about children, and now it just went.
Charge it to our hearts.
It went totally left. Let's get back on track.
You in a committed relationship.
Put her on the side.
And then cut this part out too.
No, we don't cut all things considered. Y'all was asking me shit.
You didn't. Yours ain't in there. You answered on the side. Like you tried.
Look.
Cheers
to peace and prosperity.
It was more of this.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say.
It was more because her personality.
What I'm in.